Hi everyone. I posted a poll earlier today on my community, and thank you all who voted. So far there were 90 votes, and I asked, was Tales from Topographic Oceans a disappointing follow-up to Close to the Edge? And 32% of you said yes, and 68% of you said no. And I'll read just two of the comments, and thank you all for all of the comments. Joe W. said, many good comments here. I agree with Mr. Wakeman. Tales should have had two sides, maybe three, but really not four. And Four Seasons, the YouTube user Four Seasons said, one of my all-time favorites. I think Close to the Edge is very immediate, so you quickly realized how great it is, which is why I find myself listening to Tales a lot more. It really is an adventure, and that's what makes it so fun to listen to. I know a lot of folks see it as a long, tiring task, but I hardly disagree. But I hardly agree. I know a lot of folks see it as a long, tiring task, but he doesn't. I guess that's what he's trying to say. One thing I wanted to mention, I have the remixed version by Steven Wilson, deluxe box set, and it's got a Blu-ray and everything. And I didn't realize until last night, I thought two of the CDs were just, the CDs, and the other two were Blu-rays. But no, there's three CDs. So on the third CD, there's, more bonus material. There's a live version of Ritual, which is very good, but the sound quality isn't the greatest, but just wanted to mention that. And also with Steven Wilson's remix, the vocals start right away. And I guess on the original, I haven't listened to it in quite a while because I just stick with the remix. I guess it takes over a minute. It's kind of like Close to the Edge. It starts really quiet and then the vocals come in, but I like both ways. It's kind of cool to hear John Anderson's vocals right away. And of course, what an album cover. Now, once again, one of my older brothers was a big Yes fan, so when this came out, I remember seeing it, in his collection, and I don't think I really listened to this one too much, but he was a big fan. And through the years, I slowly I might have even bought it on vinyl, but I didn't like it right away. It was like, it certainly wasn't fragile. It wasn't easy to get into. It wasn't easy. But through the years, I would say, especially in the last, especially since I bought this, but even the earlier version, remastered version, I love it. And I suggest to anyone that loves progressive rock music, and is especially a Yes fan, if you've kind of not really gotten into this, please give it a chance. What my suggestion would be just to listen to side one, because I think that's one of the easier sides to get into, and just play it and play it again. Take a break and then come back and play it again. And I'm a big fan, as you can tell. Now, to go through the songs, what I did was I copied down some of the lyrics, because it's really hard to remember all of the great parts of this double album. And as I said in my Close to the Edge video, what I love about Yes, it's kind of like a roller coaster ride. There's good parts and really good parts, and then oh my god parts. And that's the way I feel about this album. And it really is like a journey. And I always listen to it from start to finish. And I just saw an interview with Rick Wakeman yesterday, an older interview, or no, actually I was watching an interview, but I was just reading an interview of his, and he said originally there were 4 songs. One was like 8 minutes, one was 12, and then they ended up padding the music to make it a double because they had too much for one single album and not enough for a double. So they kind of padded it, and Rick Wakeman did not like that, but the other Yes members thought the music was good. And I totally agree that there is some padding throughout the album, and you can, it drags in spots and all that, but it's like a journey, and I don't mind any of the padding at all. So, the revealing science of God, which I believe is the people that do love this album, it's for the most part their favorite side of the album. It isn't my favorite, but it's probably my second favorite side. And I love I just wrote the lyrics here. I must have waited all my life for this moment. I love that part. John Anderson, of course. And then the softer part near the end. Young Christians see it from the beginning. Old people feel it. That's what they're saying. Move over glory to sons of old fighters past. I just love it. The Remembering, side 2, High the Memory. I think the beginning, it used to really kind of annoy me actually. As the silence of seasons on, it just kind of almost dragged and it was annoying. But through time, it doesn't annoy me anymore, and I'm still loving this album more and more the more I listen to it. So I actually love that long section now. And then the part where he goes, other skylines to hold you. I don't sing like John Anderson, sorry, but I love those sections of that side of the album. Side 3, The Ancient, Giants Under the Sun, is probably the least favorite for most Yes fans that even love this album. And I really enjoy it though. It took me, a few listens to really appreciate it, but I love it. So I wrote here after the lyrics, as one with the knowledge and magic of the source, attuned to the majesty of music, they marched as one with the earth. And I put the music afterwards. It's just beautiful. I love it. And the guitar work, the acoustic guitar work by Steve Howe, and the nice quiet section with John Anderson and the guitar acting to the story that they had heard about. Does one child know the secret and can say it? Or does it all come out along without you, along without you, along without you? Just the way he sings that. I won't sing it, don't worry. And then the final side, my favorite side of the album. It's like a build-up, and side 4 is the ultimate. It's, along with Awaken and 2 or 3 other Yes songs, it's my favorite Yes song, possibly. When John Anderson sings, then I will be there, and I will be there. I love that. Yeah, as clear a companion shall call to be near you, the way he says that. And then there's you guys that love Chris Squire on bass. I just love, I don't know, it's around the middle of the song where it really picks up, and there's this amazing bass guitar solo, and then Steve Howe's guitar comes in at a certain point. Then after that there's this crazy percussion and effects and everything. Just, it blows my mind. And then the end of the album is beautiful. Lay Upon Me, Hold Me Around, Lasting Hours, We Love When We Play, and I'm not, I know it's ritual and I can't pronounce the French saying, but in English it is We Are of the Sun. I'm not going to attempt that. But, you know, I'd have to listen to the album again right now and then, oh, I love this part, and then tell you about it. But there's just so many, like I said, so many great parts throughout the album. I'm excited. Can you tell? I love music. I just suck at reviewing it. But overall, well, right now, before this, the 5 albums that I've ranked and reviewed so far, number 1 is Close to the Edge. Number 2 is the Yes album. Number 3 is Fragile. Number 4 is Time and a Word. And the final one is Yes. And like I always say, even though this is at the bottom right now, I absolutely love this album. And once in a while, I'm just gonna, I have to mention this because every weekend when I listen to music, and for the past few weeks, I've listened to both of these solo albums. If you have not heard them and you are a Yes fan, check them out. Chris Squire, Fish Out of Water, absolutely amazing. And John Anderson, Olias of Sunhill. And I used to think, you know, I love him, he's one of my all-time favorite singers, and I thought, okay, maybe he can play a little bit of acoustic guitar and a tambourine. He plays all of the freaking instruments on this album. It might possibly be my all-time favorite solo album. But this is just as damn good. So yeah, if you're trying to get into this album and you haven't yet, or you haven't even listened to it, please, I urge you, give it a chance, because I gave it a chance. It took, you know, throughout the years I would play it once, maybe twice, and say, oh, it's just not getting it. But it will hook you if you love progressive rock music. I think, you know, there might be parts of the album that bore you or whatever, but for the most part, it is a amazing album. And you know what? It goes straight to the top at number 1. That's right. And so far, the way it is, they're in order of when they were released. But, you know, that is going to change in time. So, I would love your thoughts on Tales from Topographic Oceans. And I also did, I'll just mention it now, I did a video reaction to Puddle of Mud's live cover version of Nirvana's About a Girl. That's it. Yeah. And I haven't even had any wine yet. And it's god-awful. It's not like Tales from Topographic Oceans. So I hope you check that out. I don't know if I'll post it before this video or after, but it will be on my channel in the next day or two. So thank you all for watching and have a great day, and I look forward to your comments below. Bye.